Morning, ladybugs. Since Sunday is Mother's Day, I thought it would be fun to, maybe if you have time, to make a little present for your mom. Today we made some special cards for Mom that we are going to hide until maybe Sunday or Monday when we have our party. But this is called a pressed flower picture. And it's something that's been done for a long, long time by people. People gather these flowers, and flowers usually bloom a lot in the spring and summertime, and people want a way to preserve those and to say, I wish I could have those beautiful flowers in my house all year long. Well, here's kind of a way you can do it, and that's by pressing the flowers. So you don't really have to press the flowers, but it is kind of a fun way to do it. So you get some petals, and you can get any kind of colorful petals that you want, maybe from around your yard, and then bring them inside or bring them home, and you find a big heavy book. So this is a really heavy book, hard to hold. Then you open the book to the middle, kind of the middle, it doesn't really matter, and you put some of your petals, in the middle of the book. Just like that. Doesn't really matter, just so they're laying flat. You can kind of flatten them out so you can see the color part of it. But they're kind of pretty anyway. Any way you can flatten them. And then you close the book. And maybe for a day or a couple of hours, you let the heavy book press the flower petals. It presses them flat like this, right? These flower petals used to be just like these, or even these, which I just picked. Okay? So I didn't flatten these yet, but if you don't have the book, if you don't have time to do that, you can do it. You can just do it as you're making a beautiful pressed flower picture for your mom, okay? So I have my pressed flowers here, and they're very beautiful. I have all different colors. I have yellows and pinks and reds and a few purples. And it's kind of fun to pick a heavy book and put them in there and press them, right? Makes the book smell really good too. So now I don't need my big heavy book anymore. I'm going to put that away. But I have my beautiful flower petals of all colors. I can't wait to make Mom a pressed flower picture. I think she's really gonna like it. And some of them are not pressed because I just picked them, so you could kind of flatten them out yourself. So just kind of put them in your hand and kind of open up the petals, and then just kind of press. You might hear the flower break a little bit. Just be careful with it. You can glue it on that way. So this one stayed together pretty well. It's going to definitely need glue though. Okay, so I have my flowers. Then I have a colored paper. It can be white paper too if you want. Colored or white is either way it works. So then I just have some glue, and I don't need a lot of glue for this project for Mom. And I'll just pick a petal. I think I'll pick a yellow one, kind of like the top I'm wearing. And I just put a few little dots of glue on the petal, and then I decide where am I going to put it on my picture. Well, I don't have anything on my picture right now, so maybe I'll put it right in the middle, right? Like that. Okay, just kind of press it. It's going to take a few hours to dry, so I'm not worried about that. Maybe now, since I already have yellow, I'll pick a different picture, a different petal, different colored one. Oh, this one is really pretty. It's kind of like it's kind of red. Yeah, I've got like a lot of like red kind of pink flowers. But the roses right now are so beautiful. If you walk around your neighborhood, you might notice people's roses are really in bloom right now. Okay, so I have 2 petals, but I need to add a whole bunch more petals for my mom, okay? Until I'm done. Oh, this is an azalea, and this is a kind of a bright pink. This is so pretty. They're all pretty. I can't believe how many flowers our balloon. Now this one isn't quite flat, but it'll do okay. It's interesting. There's something that was kind of wet in the middle of the flower. I'm not really sure what that was. You could have a little towel there. Oh, now where do I want to put this flower on my pressed flower picture for Mom? Maybe I'll just put it here, and I'm gonna have to flatten it a little bit. Oops, I lost a few petals here. That's okay. Usually I would have it flat, and so it's a little bit harder to have it up and down like this. But I think it'll be okay for a while. Well, hopefully it will stick. And I'll maybe put a little more glue on these petals than I normally would. Oh, I lost it. Well, this one does not want to stick. I'm going to put a lot of glue. I'm going to just put so much glue on that one so that it just has to stick, right? All right, you better stick this time. I got to press it against the paper. Oh, I think that did it. Like I said, normally you're going to be doing this like flat on a table when you're making this picture. It's a little bit harder. This side just doesn't want to stick. Come on. There we go. All right, I have a lot more petals here. How about like a light pink? Actually, this petal was kind of like this, and it broke in half. It actually kind of reminds me, if I put it together like this, it reminds me of a heart, right? I could even glue it like a heart, because this is my picture from my mom, and I can do whatever I want with it. Oh, that one just doesn't want to stay. This one is a little less heavy. I'm going to keep, if it comes out, I'm going to just keep pressing it down. There's one side to my heart. And now I'm going to put glue on the other light pink petal. And I'll see if I'll make it a heart there. Okay, so let's see. Does that kind of look like a heart? Yeah, kind of. Remember, they're petals, so they're not going to be perfect like paper. I really like this color again, so I'm gonna get this kind of red color again. And maybe I'll put that right over here. And I haven't asked and add any purple. These are like little cineraria. We have a lot in our yard right now. It's okay to keep the stems on too. The stems kind of add like an interesting part to the flower. These are not really very flat, so you could just kind of glue them like that and see what happens. I think because I'm trying to do it this way, I'm just going to put the glue right on the paper. I'm going to, kind of looks like the flower, and then I'm going to just kind of stick it in the glue right there and see if that works. I don't know if this one's going to work. They are a little bit better when they're flat. They lay down a little bit better. We'll see. I may have to put another flower on top of that to make sure that it stays. Oh, my nasturtium. I really like that. I did flatten that one. That's those bright orange ones that you can, sometimes you might order a salad and you could eat these flowers. But don't eat anything until you ask your parents if it's okay to eat it that you've picked outside. But these are really beautiful in a salad. Okay, so I'm gonna stick the glue on that one. Kind of fiddle with the petals, right? It's a little tricky, but it's looking pretty, isn't it? Don't you think my mom would like that? Let's see, how about some more of these kind of little pink and white ones? I'll get some glue on those. And I'll put those right up here maybe. It is pretty easy just to glue like one petal. That's pretty easy. To glue the whole flower does take a lot more glue. But like I said, you're going to let it dry. Maybe I'll put this flower over here. Oh, it's coming along. I like the way it looks against the green-blue paper. Should I do another yellow petal? These are from beautiful yellow roses that you can see right there. And they were going to fall off anyway. They were kind of, some of them are kind of done blooming. So it's kind of a good way to use the petals instead of just throwing them away. Some people dry the petals of flowers and they make perfume and other things from it. Let's see. How about another red petal? I think I'll do that one. And I'll put that right there. I'm filling up my paper. It's going to be very beautiful. And let's see, here's another nasturtium. And the bees like to go right in the middle there and get the pollen. I'm going to flatten this one because it wasn't in the book. I kind of crunched it a little bit and then kind of open it up. Some of the petals might fall off, but that's okay. You could always glue them on. If they fall off, you can, whoopsie, you can glue them on. Let's put that right there. And then I have a couple little petals here, and I will just glue those on individually by themselves, and definitely they will stick. Okay, so, and the nice thing is I can put them in different spots. So maybe one over there, and one right over here. Oh wow, that is looking so colorful and so pretty. Do you think I should keep going? Do you think Mom would like more flowers? Yeah? Okay, so let's see. Which color do you think? I have to say I really like this other nasturtium because it's like a light orange with like a dark orange in the middle. So I'm going to kind of flatten the bottom to make it easier to glue, and that's what would happen if I had put it in the heavy book. Then I'm going to put some glue on there, and then I'm going to put it on my picture. I think because it still has a stem on it, I'll put it right here. I'll just kind of smush it up there. Wow, it's really looking nice. Maybe just a few more little petals. Maybe a few more of the pink and white ones. These are so pretty with that white on the bottom. And there's space for one right here. And let's see, this is a bigger one. That will look nice on my pressed flower picture. And I think there's space over here for that one. And you can really fill in your whole picture with all these beautiful flowers. Ooh, this one has a lot of different colors. It's like yellow and kind of a pink and a kind of a burgundy at the top there on the side. I will put some glue on that. Maybe I'll put that one right there. And a few more. Oh, I can't let this beautiful red one go to waste, right? It's so bright. And I will put that one maybe right up here. And then maybe I'll do like maybe just one more, a couple more there. I can try another Cineraria, the little daisy. They're a little tricky, but let's see if it will work. And these are real flowers. These aren't not like the kind of flowers sometimes you get fake flake flowers. Oh, look it. And there's a little bug that must have come off the flower. Do you see it right there? And it's like, hey, that was my house. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mr. Bug. I guess I just wrecked his house. All right, I'm going to do one more right here. And let's see. I think I will do this this one again. The big ones are definitely easier but I'll do this side. Because the other side is a little bit brighter color. The big ones are definitely easier to glue down. Okay, and there I have my pressed flower picture. And I'm going to let it dry, you know, maybe for a day or so, depending on how many flowers I picked up. And then I can give it to Mom on Mother's Day, and she will be so excited. I'm going to try to see if I can go a little bit closer so you can really see how beautiful all those petals are. Do you see that? So pretty. And all I needed was paper, glue, and some flower petals. Those are things that most people have. Okay, after it dries completely dry, no more glue, you could again put the whole picture into a big heavy book. And you could press the petals even further and make them flat. And then you know what, this picture might last a long time. I still have a flower petal pressed picture from a long time ago. And sometimes the flowers get a little crumbly, but they were okay. So I hope you had fun, and maybe you can make this for Mom for Mother's Day, okay? Thank you, ladybugs. Bye-bye.